Welcome to the Midwest Minute. I'm your host, Ross Thompson. Today we're going to be going over what this show is going to look like and how we got here. But first, please email me at midwestminute@outlook.com. Any questions that you have, or if you have any topics that you'd like me to cover. And don't be afraid, because I will look at them all and go over them all. Yet again, that's midwestminute@outlook.com. As well as like and comment and follow my X account, which has the same handle as Midwest Minute. I'm very green when it comes to creating videos or any sort of content which involves me speaking in front of a camera, let alone by myself. So please bear with me for a bit here as we get acclimated to this role. Now, a few years back, I got involved with basic political theory by discovering Ben Shapiro. He was my very first political commentator that I listened to hardcore, like a lot. And he really opened me up as a boy to this whole foreign world of politics. Through Ben, I got to know the company Daily Wire, which he's the founder, quite well and would frequently listen to other hosts on there like Michael Knowles, Andrew Klavan, Matt Walsh, and a few other names that you might recognize. As well as staying on top of those guys, I found a youth star, Charlie Kirk, that would go on to hostile campuses and answer tough questions that were asked by my peers. This really intrigued me because coming from a small town and a rural community, you just don't get exposed to a lot of different ideas and ways of thinking. So listening to these debates would not only get me familiar with conservative talking points, but it also gave me a chance to listen to what the other side has to say and think on certain topics. This past summer, I also upgraded my listening arsenal to the likes of Alex Jones, Candace Owens, and yes, I've listened to Nick Fuentes. Now, if you know of any sort of the X world or podcaster world, you can already tell that all these people come from a variety of spectrums on the right wing. Now, these three get a lot of bad press, and I'm not going to be an advocate for or against them. But what I am going to say is that if you don't have at least 10 hours of listening time to these guys or anyone at all, I'm really not interested in hearing your takes on these individuals. I cannot stand when people talk shit without listening at all, but I'll digress. Now, I'm from the Midwest and work on a farm. I have a fair amount of tractor time throughout the year, and I absolutely despise the radio and hearing the same songs over and over again. So this is where I find my time to listen to all these creators. But not do I listen to these guys. I also listen to a radio station that has shows such as Jimmy Fallon, Lars Larson, Scott Hennon, Steve Holstrom, and various other talk shows like theirs. Now, if any of those names stick with you, I'm automatically your fan. Because you have to be really interested in the state of our world to be listening to these guys on an average day. To throw it out there, I also like listening to Bill Handel, which has his show Handel and the Law as a treat every week on Saturdays. The reason I just spent this time telling you this and creating this intro video is to show that people that I have an open mind. Now, as you can see here, there are really no left-wing voices that I listen to, and that's because I don't want to lose brain cells, and to be frank. But I do read articles from the mainstream media, and that is my democratic fix. Not only do I listen to as many sources as I can because I believe it is my duty to get as much information as I can from different sources to get the best judgment of my position on topics. If I listen to Ben Shapiro every day, I'd be a Jew worshiper. If I listen to Nick Fuentes, on the other hand, every day, I'd be a Jew hater. But as a comparison, I listen to both and see the differences and expose to both sides of the coin. If you have watched this far, can take anything away from this video, it is that the American body politic is so focused and set in their own ways that they just stick to their corners and don't get exposed to new information and material, which will just make us stay in our own cocoon. As I mentioned earlier, I've lived and worked on a farm, so agriculture is a big part of my life. This show is not my main job, nor will it ever be. I'm doing this as a side hobby, as a way to get smarter in my own way. With that being said, if I get topic requests, I will mix those in. But I also will be doing some agricultural topics as well. It is important to have a goal in life because it helps you stay motivated and want to achieve more. So, my goal for this channel is to eventually create a setup in the garage where I can have my own desk, where I can do various interviews and bring people on the show to show new perspectives. I do not have a set video upload schedule, so I'll be posting videos when I can in between school and work. If you're excited for more or just want to be notified of my next video, please like and subscribe to stay up to date and follow my X account for more live and timely thoughts. And with that, stay curious, folks, and I'll be back on your screen soon.